Hello everyone and welcome to Kim's Cozy Corner. The rain is coming again for the third straight day. My garden's underwater again, but this Vego elevated raised bed is not. And we are going to replace two of the squares today if I can get it done quickly. I feel like I sound like a broken record when I keep telling you about all of the rain and just the weather that's just not conducive to me working out in the garden. I get 2 good days or I get a half a day and then it rains, and it's getting ready to rain now. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking to you and chit chatting like I normally do because I want to get this bed planted. But we are going to plant two things today. I have two squares open and I'm using the Squarefoot garden method. So I have two 1 foot squares open where I pulled up some radish, and we're going to finish pulling it up right now out of this bed here. I got radish out of this one, and for now we'll just put that over there. And I got radish out of this one here. These were radish planted from seeds where we're going to get that out. And now I have these two squares ready to go. And in these two squares, we are going to plant two different things. We are going to plant some lettuce and we're going to plant carrots. For the lettuce, I have 4 pitiful looking Merlot plants that we're going to put here. And for the carrots, okay, y'all, I went kind of crazy. I started buying seeds because I heard about tariffs and that kind of stuff on the seeds, just the price of seeds going up and everything. So I thought, you know what, I might as well grab a few seeds just in case. So we will be growing Meadowlark Hearth Seeds. Is an open pollinated heirloom seed, and it's called a Rolanka. Rolanka? I think that's what it is. Rolanka carrot. And here's going to be a picture of that carrot right here. This carrot is long, smooth skinned. It has a deep orange color and it has a distinctive flavor. And the sweetness retains even when cooked. And it's excellent for storage. So those are the two things we're going to plant in these two pockets. So this is succession planting. We pull one crop out and we're going to put another crop in. And that's one thing I can do in this bed here. It's 6 feet long and it's 2 feet wide. So that freed up 2 places for me to add some more delicious food. Let's just sit that right there for now. Let's put the carrots back up so they don't get wet from the rain. The first thing that I'm going to do in these two pockets is add some more soil. So this is a new raised bed for me. And I filled it up with soil and everything this season for the first time. And that soil has dropped. So as I'm replacing pockets, I'm adding soil. So I'm going to put a scoop or 2. Let's put 2 because it really needs to come way up. I'm going to put 2 scoops in each square. And y'all, I got so many projects I want to do, but this weather just won't let up. I mean, I can't even cut the grass right now. The grass is so wet that I would probably just sink right in if I try to cut grass right now. Y'all, I've never seen weather like this in May. This is the kind of weather I see January, February, and then we start drying up in March. Y'all, there ain't no drying coming anytime soon. No time soon around here. All right, 3 scoops in each one because we still got a ways to go. Yeah, I like that better. Nice and full. And when I move across, we will fill it all the way back up to the top. I'm sure it's going to drop again eventually, but we got it filled back up. This is my little marker right here for the squares. I know that's pitiful, but I'm trying to show you how the Squarefoot garden method works. and how it will work so great in this bed. So we have 12 different spots to grow 12 different things if we wanted to. And so far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was growing 6 different things. And now those 6 things are going to turn into 8, 6, 7, 7 things. It's going to turn into 7 because I'm going to put 2 different things in these pockets. And really, I had a total of 12 crops. This will be 13. This will be 14 crops grown in this one little spot. This one little bed is going to pump out a lot of food for us. Now, I haven't fertilized this bed in any way since I put it in back in April, I think it was. I think it was April that I put this bed in. Actually, I haven't fertilized anything, y'all. Other than a fertilizer I give it when I put a bed in because yeah, it's just too wet. I can't get out here to garden the way I want to. But anyway, we're putting some fertilizer in. Gonna mix it in. The soils and fertilizers will be in the description box that I use. Fertilizers in. In this back pocket, I said Merlot is what we're going for. Here's my little faded out Merlot tag. We'll worry about that later. For the square foot garden method, I can plant 4 lettuce plants into the square. I didn't bring my little square guide out, but I have a square guide. Let me just go get it so you can see it. I think I got time to do that. All right, so here's my little guide. Here's the box that it comes in. Growing your own food using the seedling square. And for lettuce, it says I can put 4 per square, and it's the blue. It's all the little blue areas. So anywhere you see blue, I can put a head of lettuce. And y'all, I'm starting to get insects on my plant, so we will also add some insect netting today. So let me get my square in here. I'm going to mark my 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I marked my 4 spots so I can easily see them. And that's where my 4 little heads of Merlot will go. So I marked it. And y'all, they're tiny heads, so it's going to be easy to see where I need to put them. And even though these are some shabby looking transplants, they're still transplants. So I will be adding my Mykos. And I know you're supposed to put the Mykos on the roots. I put them in the pocket instead. Same difference at the end of the day. Let's see if I can take these 4 plants and separate them out. If not, if I lose one, I have other plants I can use in the place. I think it's 4. Yeah, there's 4 in there. So I'm slightly separating. I'm just real lightly separating them. Your plants are delicate, but they're not that delicate because these never were separated. So all 4 of them been growing together for well, a long time. After they get separated, I'm going to plant them back to the depth they already were in, making sure the Mykos touches every one of those wonderful little roots there. And those are my 4 lettuce plants. Y'all, they're in and they're going to start thriving. But y'all, it's not like I need any lettuce. I think I planted too much lettuce, y'all. I got lettuce coming in everywhere. And I tried to stagger plant, but we just haven't been home with traveling, funerals, and that kind of stuff that we haven't been eating as much as we usually do. But we're back on it. This lettuce is going to be going to family, friends, and in my stomach. Anyway, the lettuce is in. Now we want to put in the carrots. For the carrots, I already know it's 16, but I'm going to read it anyway. For the red squares, it says I plant carrots using the red squares. So again, I'm going to set my little, which is 16 per square, by the way. I'm going to put my little tool in here to just mark where they are. Once you get used to doing this, you don't have to mark it. You'll be able to eyeball it to know where you need to put it. Did I miss some squares? No. Y'all, my soil is just so loose. It just covered itself back up, but there are 16 squares there. I always tell you, follow the directions on your seed pack. But I already know these seeds need to be planted less than a ½ inch deep is what it says. Less than a ½ inch. And carrots are hard to grow, y'all, so like really find ways to keep those seeds moist when they're trying to germinate. That's going to be an important feature, is keeping them moist. I didn't say waterlogged. I said moist. You waterlog them, the seeds might just float away, y'all. Man, I can't open them. I got these seeds, by the way, from Azure Standard. I just happened to be on there putting in my Azure Standard order. And I said, oh, let me check out the seeds. I'm like, oh, I've never seen that one before, or that one. Y'all, I walked out with probably 30 packs of seeds or more. Yeah, I got a problem. I got a real problem when it comes to seeds. I can't control myself when it comes to seeds. And so I probably have bought more than 50 packs of seeds in the last 2 weeks. And I said I wasn't buying these seeds this year, but I did. Anyway, I am going to put 2 carrot seeds in each pocket, since I'm going to go as far as doing it the right way. I will keep the stronger of the 2 if I can get it to germinate, which hopefully I will. I've never tried to exactly sow an amount of seeds for carrots. I always just throw a whole bunch of them in and pray. But today we're going to do it the right way. You know how many more seeds I could save if I just did it this way? 2 per pocket. And you probably get 500 seeds every time you order carrot seeds because they're so small. All right, that's 2 per square. Oh, yep, there's some in there. And I ripped my bag all to pieces. My little pouch. I'm gonna have to work on that later. Now my seeds are in, and it's supposed to be a ½ inch deep. Some of these, y'all, they look a little deeper than that, but we'll see if I messed up too bad or not. Some people surface sow their carrot seeds. I've never surface sowed, but I've never really gone this deep either. My holes were way too deep. Here we go. And now we need to water. And yes, I'm gonna put some water on them, even though it's getting ready to rain all of these cats and dogs here in just a few minutes. Let me grab my little watering can and water just this section. Okay, so we're back over here. I got my little watering can. That's faster than bringing the hose over here. I just hope I don't wash my plants away. All right, that should be good enough since the rain's coming. And the rain will make up the difference. And it's coming very soon because my glasses says rain on it already. But one of the other things I was talking about is I'm starting to see damage to my plants. And those little green worms or those cabbage moths, they love cabbage. And guess what? This is cabbage in here. So I have some mesh that I'm going to use. Now, I already had different types of insect netting and that kind of stuff, but I was online playing around. This is supposed to be super light and easy to cut. Now, I don't think this is one of the ones that you're going to keep forever and ever, but it looks like it's a very simple solution and a quick solution to cut to size. Well, I thought I took it out the package. It's in another package. It's in 2 packages. I bought the 100 by 33 foot, very, very thin mesh protection. Yeah, it's very thin, y'all. It looks like it'll rain right through it. Anyway, I might be making a mess, but we're gonna try anyway. This is a lot more than what I need. The best thing to do is to put this in place before your plants get big. I didn't. The wind's blowing everything away from me. I will worry about doing a really good job later. I don't want my camera to get messed up with this rain that's coming down. I'm doubling it up and tripping it up too, looks like. Now, if I find some type of insect gnawing away at what's in here, I know that insect was already in here. I know nothing new is going to get in once I get this in place. And I'm not going for perfection today. I'm going for how quickly I can get it done. Now, it's supposed to be super easy to cut. Let's see if that's a true statement. Of course not. Not with these scissors. All right. Let's work on tying this down again. For tonight, I'm just going to stick it up under my planters. That should be good enough to hold it in for today anyway. And we'll worry about doing a really good job later. Not today. There we go. We are tucking that side and that side right there. So now I have it covered up. Hopefully, and I do mean hopefully, there's nothing already in there grazing on my brassicas. But now I have it covered up. It's going to keep any new insects out of that space, but it's got to get cleaned up. It's not in good shape. This particular insect mesh was super thin, so it lets the rain through. It lets the sunlight through. So it's not going to cook your plants if you keep it on all day long. That's one thing you need to worry about when you're dealing with the insect netting and the mesh and that kind of stuff. If it's too thick, then it's going to be like a greenhouse for your plants. And you know, these are cool season crops. They don't want all that hot, humid air. So you need to make sure that it's definitely breathable, but that the mesh is small enough that those worms and cabbage moths can't get in, which I was able to do. But y'all, that's it. We did some succession planning and we're protecting our plants from those unwanted insects. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel, turning on notifications, telling your friends and family all about it, and even shoot me a message and tell me if there's a particular type of video you would like to see me discuss and talk through. So until next time, and I hope there will be a next time that you hang out with me at Kim's Cozy Corner and it's not raining. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.